The ancient story is told. God said, "Don't come any closer. Remove your sandals from your feet. You are standing on holy ground." We are standing on holy ground. I invite you to stand as you're able as we pause in an acknowledgement of this holy ground, this land, and this place. Please stand if you're able. Drawing on the tradition of the Litany of the Six Directions, we acknowledge each direction and the gifts offered to us this day from those directions. So I invite you to turn to the east. We turn to the east. This is where the sun comes up, and so the direction offering gifts of new beginnings, hope, promise, and potential. As we gather in this holy place built on sacred land, may we be open to receiving these gifts this day. May it be so.
Please turn with me to the south. We turn to the south. This is the direction of warmth, growth, fertility, and creativity, offering gifts rooted in faith, trust, and faithfulness in all relationships, with one another, with all creatures, with creation. As we gather in this holy place, built on sacred land, may we be open to receiving these gifts this day. May it be so.
I invite you to turn to the north. We turn to the north. This is the direction of the cold, and in that we discover gifts of strength, courage, fortitude, and purpose. As we gather in this holy place, built on sacred land, may we be open to receiving these gifts this day. May it be so.
I invite you to turn face west. This is the direction where the sun goes down. It is the direction of rest and where our dreams live. It is the place where we affirm the gift of closures and endings that need to take place in order that there may be new beginnings. As we gather in this holy place, built on sacred land, may we be open to receiving these gifts this day. May it be so.
We turn our gaze upward. This is the direction of the heavens, opening us to the gifts of spirit, wonder, and mystery. We bring to mind the one who is so much greater than we are and whose love embraces all. As we gather in this holy place built on sacred land, may we be open to receiving these gifts this day. And we turn our gaze downward. This is the home of our mother, the earth. Whatever we do to our mother, we do to ourselves. This home sustains us with gifts of wisdom and nourishment, lessons of life and death and new life. As we gather in this holy place, built on sacred land, may we be open to receiving these gifts this day. May it be so. Please be seated. And God said, "It is good. It is good. Indeed, it is very good." And so it's in that goodness and that godness that we gather. The goodness of this place, the goodness of our God, the goodness of earth and all that is. We gather this morning honoring Earth Week and Earth Day and Earth Sunday. We gather ever aware of our connectedness to all that is. And so I thank you for your good presence here this morning. I thank you to Donna and to Lynn and Ruth for sharing in our worship leadership this morning, and to Paula for her ministry of music. It is good to gather. I do also want to extend a thank you to folks who are not here, but they are creators of a series of videos called Nature is Speaking. And those videos are woven into our worship this morning. And if you're interested in learning more about the videos and Conservation International, you can find some information there in your bulletin. But we do pause on this Earth Sunday to listen to nature as it speaks to us. As always, as we gather, I draw your attention to a number of announcements in the bulletin, and to take note of the information that is printed there and also on the back of your bulletin. Two events that are upcoming that I invite you to share the invitation and the word. First of all, on Sunday, May 14th, which is Mother's Day or Christian Family Sunday, we're going to be gifted with gifts of music offered to us by harpist Gianetta Beryl. You may remember Gianetta. She was with us as part of her Heart to Harp tour back in 2021, as she was touring across Canada in her van concert venue. She's a professional harpist who involved in offering her gifts of music all over the world, and also teaches harp students globally. So while she was with us, she used our parlor and our sanctuary to teach students that were in Europe. So she's a well-renowned concert harpist, a wonderful person, and weaves together spirit and harp. And she's going to be heading this way, and we're able to welcome her to worship on Mother's Day. So please share the information about that and the invitation. And because of Gianetta being with us, we're doing a bit of shifting in our coffee hour. So instead of coffee hour being on the first Sunday of the month, it will be on that Sunday, so that following worship we can gather downstairs and meet Gianetta and enjoy time together. So please share the invitation. And the other one is regarding our upcoming Learn and Lunch on brain health and dementia with Beth Bennett of the Alzheimer's Society. And the information again about that event is there. And please, if you can pre-register so we can have an idea of numbers for our light lunch, that is always appreciated. As we gather, we do give thanks for the gifts of this day, and we give thanks for the gifts of life. And today, I know I'm giving thanks for the birds. The birds are wonderful, aren't they? And the birds often share little news with me. They say, Mary Beth, did you know? And this morning, a few little birds told me that Theodore is celebrating a birthday this very day. How old are you, Theodore? You're 3 today. Wow. So, anyone else 3 today? You're it. You're our guy. 3 years old today. And so, Paula, can we get some happy birthday on the piano?
That's about as good as I'm going to get.
Day. Wow. It is good. and we gather in worship. Let us be gathered together. Come, gather. We gather surrounded by the blessings of Creator and creation. Come, gather. We gather ever aware of the sacredness of this place and this day. Come, gather. We gather uplifted by a spirit of celebration and gratefulness and gratefulness. So come, sun and stars, moons and galaxies, tell of the glory of our God. Come, trees and plants, rocks and water, reveal the deep wisdom of God. Come, creative energy of vision and imagination, dwell around and within. Come, gather. Robin Wall Kimmerer, probably best known for her book Braiding Sweetgrass, offers these words of wisdom. We are showered every day with the gifts of the earth, gifts we have neither earned nor paid for: air to breathe, nurturing rain, black soil, berries and honeybees, the trees that became this page, a bag of rice, and the exuberance of a field of goldenrod and asters at full bloom. Though we live in a world made of gifts, we find ourselves harnessed to institutions and an economy that relentlessly asks, what more can we take from the earth? This worldview of unbridled exploitation is, to my mind, the greatest threat to the life that surrounds us. Even our definitions of sustainability revolve around trying to find the formula to ensure that we can keep on taking far into the future. Isn't the question we need, what does the earth ask of us? What does the earth ask of you? What does the earth ask of you this day? What does the earth ask of us? What is the earth asking of you? Some words or phrases?
Keep it clean.
Keep clean. Other things. What's the earth asking of you? Protect. Ponder it prayerfully this day, every day. In her book, Braiding Sweetgrass, she writes, "What would it be like, I wondered, to love with that heightened sensitivity to the lives given for us, to consider the tree in the Kleenex, the algae in the toothpaste, the oaks in the floor, the grapes in the wine, to follow back the thread of life in everything and pay it respect. Once you start, it's hard to stop, and you begin to feel yourself awash in gifts." Ponder it. How are you awashed in earth's gifts? How are we awashed in earth's gifts? Think about your day so far. How have you been awashed in the earth's gifts? The cotton in my sweater? Breakfast? Pardon me, Chris? Water we washed up in? The air we breathe. The animals and the creatures. Yeah. How many had an animal snuggle this morning? Yeah. How many people heard the birds like I did? We are awashed in the gifts, if only we open our eyes and recognize that. Poet Mary Oliver puts it this way: "I see or hear something that more or less kills me with delight. May we be killed with delight this day and always." I'm going to invite a friend of mine, Donna, to join us up here. Do I have other friends who want to come together up here? And I'm going to move this out of the way, Donna, so that we can, because I know you have some things to share with us.
A few things.
A few things. Come on up.
Good morning, Willow.
Hi there.
And there's Theodore.
Come on, Theodore.
There's lots of steps.
Lots of-
Come and have a seat.
How's everyone this morning? Good? Want to come here? There you go.
Here, I'll slide over. There you go. Okay. Can you find a spot?
In here?
Here, I'll move up. There you go.
There we go.
There you
Lots
go.
of room for everyone.
Well, we never know how many children are going to be here in the morning, so my little talk is kind of like for bigger people, but we'll try to search through it and find some things that will be interesting. First of all, Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
Do you know what Earth Day is? Willow, what is it, Willow? We get to take care of the earth, that's right. The earth is a big, big, amazing place that we live in, right? We grow trees. In 1970, which was a long, before you guys were even born, a man in the United States decided that the environment needed to be saved. So he organized a big conference, and that became the first Earth Day. And now there's 140 countries all around the world that take part in Earth Day every year. How many people do you suppose that is?
Billions.
Billions.
Billions and
Billions
billions.
and billions, like, fill this church.
A lot of times.
A lot of times. Lots and lots. And some of the things I found out, you know, we have our water bottles. The ones you buy at the grocery store, not the ones we carry in our school bags to school, the ones that you have to pay money for. If you put one of those in the landfill, how long do you think it would stay there until it turned into dust?
How long do you think? Long time?
Anybody can guess? 16 weeks? Anybody else out there want to take a guess? 450 years before it would be gone. 450 years before that water bottle would be gone. Yeah, that's a horribly long time. And another thing I found out, I couldn't find anything about how much garbage Canadians produce, but I found out how much garbage the people to the south of us produce in 1 year. And if they put it all in garbage trucks, and lined the garbage trucks up, they would reach halfway to the moon. That's how much garbage they make in 1 year. And we could be recycling a bunch of that stuff, don't you think? Did you see those little flowers over there on the stand? That's recycled furniture packaging, dishes. I bought some bowls and there was packing in them. So I had some leftover paints and I turned them into flowers. Oops, sorry, Sandy. I came on attached. There. All right. And my bracelet is this morning. My grandson made this for me. Look at that. He made it out of pop can tabs and strips of an old T-shirt. So he recycled stuff and gave it to his nanny. That's pretty cool, eh? Let's see, what else do I have here? What else do we have to take care of? How do we take care of the planet? What would be some things that you would do in your house, maybe? What do you think? When you're in a room and it's starting to get dark out, what do you have to do?
Clean my mirror.
You have to flip on the light switch, and then if you go to another room, do you leave it on? No. You turn it back off, right? Yeah, you turn it off. And if you're brushing your teeth, do you leave the tap running? No, you turn the tap off while you're brushing your... Or if we might run out of water. And if we're taking a shower, big people, we could take shorter showers. We don't need to stay there a long time, although it feels good. And the earth is mostly water, if I have my science correct. It's mostly water, but just barely 1% of all the water on the planet Earth is usable by humans, because the rest of it is either too salty or you can't get it. I thought that was an amazing fact. Of all the water on the planet, only less than 1%, so that's like a tiny little grain of sand, maybe. What do you think? Huh? What else did I find out when I was, for you big people out there, shutting down your computer when you're not using it saves the energy consumption by 85%, so turn your computers off. I didn't know that. Yeah. So while I was thinking about what we might do, I used the packing material to make some flowers, and then, whoops.
What kind of packing stuff, Mona?
They were in between bowls. It's cardboard. There was a bowl and a packing cardboard and a bowl and a cardboard. And then I went down to the end of my property, and Fiona blew down a bunch of our trees, like they did at everybody's yard. So I took some branches up and turned them into some flowery trees. And I dug way back in my memory and figured out how to make them look a little bit pretty. So they look like they have blossoms on them. They do. And in my yard, there's lots of rocks. So I gathered up some rocks. And that's a piece of rubber, actually, on the floor up there. And it comes from a skid, like a pallet, that they ship things on. And most businesses don't recycle them. They just roll them up in a ball and store them some way and get rid of them. So I have some at home, so I had some leftover paint. I painted this one and made it look like a pond. Put some rocks in it. And in this box, I have some things that you guys can add to it and make a picture. Yes, I think there's something for everybody.
Do we want to go over there?
You can go over there, and he can reach in the box, and you can make a picture. Whoops, careful. There's something for everyone. Just be careful. Yeah, can you hang? Maybe Mary Beth will help you hang them on the tree.
We're going to hang these on the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a
Theodore.
toadstool.
We need to get one for Theodore here.
Oh, Theodore,
You
how
wanna-
about a boat?
Put it on there. Can you get it there?
And then a turtle.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and can you put them
it
in
a bit
there?
further. You want to put a frog on the tree? Or maybe we can put a frog in
Can
the
you hang-
pond
can you
that
hang
I
them
just
on the
stepped in.
tree?
Where do we want to put? You're going to
I'm
put a
gonna
fish in the
these
pond?
on.
Where do you want to
put the fish in the pond.
Do you want to hang?
You can put the
that
fish
on
in the
tree?
pond. Whoops.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, we
wanna
can
put
put it
that
right
down?
in the pond there. That's great, Donna.
Here's another froggy, or turtle. Do you want to put the turtle in the pond?
We'll get a picture of this after. You got it? Put it.
Oh, I found some fish.
Oh, there might
You
be.
want to put some fish out? You're going to put your boat in the pond? There's a fertile frog. There. Maybe we'll leave
we
this
just
up for another week.
I think
and
we'll
see
leave this
and
here.
see if you can bake anything at home. You can bring it up and add it
We
to
can
the-
add to it.
add to it.
Our little piece of creation.
There.
Let's have in the box.
There's nothing left in the box.
We'll have to bring
It's
some
empty.
more things for the
It's
box.
empty. Empty now. There. And before you go downstairs, would you like to sing?
Come, we're going to sing.
We're going to sing anyway.
We're going to sing.
We're going to sing Like a Rock, Like a
wanna-
Rock.
You remember that one with actions? Do you remember that one? Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening to
And
me.
we'll see you after worship. Thank you, Donna.
a psalm and prayer in praise of Creator and creation. How wonderful, O Lord, are the works of your hands. The heavens declare your glory. The arch of the sky displays your handiwork. In your love, you have given us the power to behold the beauty of your world, robed in all its splendor. The sun and the stars, the valleys and the hills, the rivers and the lakes, all disclose your presence. The roaring breakers of the sea tell of your awesome might. The beasts of the field and the birds of the air bespeak your wondrous will. In your goodness, you have made us able to hear the music of the world. The voices of the loved ones reveal to us that you are in our midst. A divine voice sings through all creation.
This we know. Nature is not dependent on human beings in order to exist. This we know. Human beings are totally dependent on nature in order to exist. How we live in relationship to creation, the earth, the cosmos, the Creator, will determine the future for all things. Creation will go on. It will evolve. The question is, will it be with us or without us? If nature, if creation, if the cosmos could talk to us, what would it say? What would it say? Celtic spiritual teacher and creation theologian John Phillip Newell writes, "Just as God speaks to us through the words of Scripture, so God speaks to us through the elements of creation. The cosmos is like a living sacred text that we can learn to read and interpret. Just as we prayerfully ponder the words of the Bible in Christian practice, and as other traditions study their sacred texts, so we are invited to listen to the life of creation as an ongoing, living utterance of God. We are invited to listen to the life of creation as an ongoing, living utterance of God." This morning, we are invited to listen deeply, to listen to creation, to listen to Creator, to listen, to be disturbed, perhaps, to listen, to be confronted indeed, to listen, to be empowered, we hope.
Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years. 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me. Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive. When I falter, you falter. Or worse. But I've been here for eons. I have fed species greater than you, and I have starved species greater than you. My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests, they all can take you or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me. One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not mine. I am nature. I will go on. I am prepared to evolve. Are you?
I am the ocean. I'm water. I'm most of this planet. I shaped it. Every stream, every cloud, and every raindrop, it all comes back to me. One way or another, every living thing here needs me. I'm the source. I'm what they crawled out of. Humans, they're no different. I don't owe them a thing. I give, they take, but I can always take back. That's just the way it's always been. It's not their planet anyway. Never was, never will be. But humans, they take more than their share. They poison me, then they expect me to feed them. Well, it doesn't work that way. If humans want to exist in nature with me and off of me, I suggest they listen close. I'm only going to say this once. If nature isn't kept healthy, humans won't survive. Simple as that. I could give a damn with or without humans. I'm the ocean. I covered this entire planet once, and I can always cover it again. That's all I have to say.
I am the forest. I take in your pollution and give you clean air. Purify your water and protect your shores. Yet you continue to cut me down. releasing carbon into the air and heating this planet. While some of you stand with me, most of you turn your backs on me. But I am resilient. Let me grow, and we can solve your climate problem together. When one tree falls, you might not hear it. But when millions fall, I assure you, you will feel it.
I am coral. Some people think I'm just a rock, when in fact I'm the largest thing alive on this planet. I'm so big I can be seen from space. But for how long? I grew for almost 250 million years. Then humans came along, and now 1/5 of me is gone. Sure, I live at the bottom of the sea, and you might not see me that often. But you do need me. Do you realize that 1/4 of all marine life depends on me? I am the nursery of the sea. Little fish depend on me for food, and to hide from the big fish. And guess who eats the big fish? That's right, you do. I'm the protein factory for the world. Yet you raise the temperature of the ocean, so I can't live here anymore. And when big storms and tsunamis barrel through the ocean, I'm your fortress. Yet you tear me apart with dynamite and poison me with cyanide. Well, here's a crazy thought. Stop killing me.
Richard Wagamese, Ojibwe author and storyteller, writes, "All my relations, that means every person, just as it means every rock, mineral, blade of grass, and creature. We live because everything else does. If we were to choose collectively to live that teaching, the energy of our change of consciousness would heal each of us and heal the planet. So walk gently on the earth and do each other no harm."
Jesus Christ is waiting in the streets.
Let us pause in prayer. Merciful God, you are waiting for us to open our eyes and notice the suffering of our Mother Earth and all those who seek only to be safe and secure from the ravages of climate change. Waiting for us to open our ears to hear the cries of victims, withering plants, displaced animals, storm-weary people. Waiting for us to stop talking and hear the truth without defending, to listen and acknowledge the truth without discounting. Waiting for us to open our hearts and minds, speaking words of support and encouragement for climate scientists and activists, rather than judgment, denial, and humiliation. Waiting for us to join our voices and our actions with those who raise alarming evidence and offer an earth-saving way forward. God of mercy and grace, you are waiting for us in stillness, with bated breath and eternal hope, to be who you know we can be, to be better inhabitants, better custodians, better followers of Jesus, who shows us the way of your kingdom here and now, where we stand on this holy ground. We pray for your waiting to be over as we let go of our extravagant disregard for the riches with which we have been blessed and learn to embrace a harmonious partnership with all of creation as we see ourselves reflected in the eyes of the four-legged and the two-legged, all those that fly, swim, and crawl, as we strive to live out the challenge to love all of creation without hesitation, without conditions, without expecting anything in return. We pray in the name of all those we have wittingly or unwittingly disregarded and harmed, but who are beloved by you. Amen.
As we pause on this Earth Sunday, in this Earth Week, we do honor those ways that we are living out our commitment to live in right relationship with creation. Two of those commitments are our Seeds of Hope Community Garden and Spirit Glen, ways that we seek to walk gently on the earth. I invite Ruth to share a bit of update around those ministries.
A very brief history of Seeds of Hope Community Garden for those of you who might not know. It is hosted on the grounds of the Maritime Oddfellows home and had its birthing a number of years ago when congregations of all 5 churches in the town met together to see in what ways we might collaborate in our faith journeys. And so a community garden was one thing that burst from that collaboration. In consulting with Anna Marie Galvin, who provides leadership at Seeds of Hope, she has given me a few details regarding where they are presently. They have recently undertaken to add 3 new raised beds to the garden, which will bring that to a total of 8 raised beds, a number of them being very consciously built to be ergonomically sound for those who might have challenges. Interestingly, in their raised beds, they follow something called hugel culture as a raised bed system. If you're going to have a raised bed that's high enough that you don't have to bend, there's a lot of depth there, and even the longest carrot you would grow doesn't need 3 feet of soil. So in hugel culture, they fill the bottom of the bed with organic waste. Some people would say a treasure to gardeners. So Hurricane Fiona, that's one thing she provided us with was a lot of twigs and leaves and so on. So much of the bed would be filled with that, and then sufficient soil on top to grow whatever your crop. And over the years, as that material on the bottom decomposes, of course, you would top up with more soil. They had sunflowers that were planted in the garden by children last summer, and the seeds harvested from those were used by the Green Schools Committee at Dr. W.A. McLeod School in a seed-saving workshop, so a connection with school children. They celebrate the gardeners there in their visits from songbirds, butterflies, bees, and monarch butterflies. Their shed is in need of rejuvenating its roof, and for that project they will use recycled and surplus steel roofing, so that won't be making a new purchase. They are also installing a downspout-fed rain barrel, and so again reducing their call on water from the town supply. They practice composting there. The compost structures we had at the beginning have seen better days, and so new enclosures have been built, and they practice composting both with bringing in things from home, but also the weeds and plants and so on from the garden. So it is a spot that is wonderful. Even those of you who might not be gardeners, it's nice to kind of take a walk by and see what's happening out there. And there are some garden beds available, and I think perhaps in next week's bulletin there will be contact information there for Anna Marie for those of you who might be interested in becoming involved in Seeds of Hope Community Garden. Here on the north direction from where you're sitting is Spirit Glen. And spring has arrived in the Glen. Any of you who have taken a stroll through, and I would encourage you to do so, will see that the bulbs have begun to bloom. We've done our initial garden cleanup, later than some people might choose to do, but we very purposefully left the leaf cover and plant stalks in place out of respect for overwintering insects. We have recently purchased 6 new cushions that are placed in the lawn chairs, but feel free to move them to a bench or whatever spot you might be sitting. We're presently in negotiations with Rob McCormick of Creations East Woodworking regarding the construction of a black walnut live edge tree embracing bench. So that will happen hopefully in the next little while. In early May, Andrew Marshall will be constructing, in place of the current gravel pathway we have, a brushed finish cement pathway. One of the commitments from the outset in our garden was to have it as accessible as possible, so that will make the footing much more secure for anybody who might be a little unsteady on their feet. That project is made possible 2/3 of the funds through an accessibility grant from the Nova Scotia Department of Communities, Culture, Tourism, and Heritage. And just to note there, we had made an application several years ago and didn't make the first cut. And in conversation, I was heard that we weren't at the bottom of the list, and I said, well, what do we have to do to get to the top of the list? So the answer was we had to demonstrate clearly what role Spirit Glen plays in the community. And so our thanks go to Mary Beth and to Mayor Jim Ryan, each of whom wrote letters that demonstrated very clearly the breadth and depth of that significance, and presto, we got the grant. So that was a point of celebration for us. We are presently in consultation with Arlen McGrath of St. FX University regarding the creation of a medicine garden featuring plants used for centuries in Mi'kmaq culture and traditions. Things like, we haven't settled on exactly which plants will be featured, but things like wild strawberry, wild blueberry, tobacco, sweetgrass, and so on. And finally, I can note that there are 3 raised garden beds in Spirit Glen that are available for any of you who might want to do some organically oriented vegetable gardening. So you can speak to any one of us who is on the garden committee. Our names are in the bulletin for anybody who's not familiar, and we would be glad to get you launched with having your own little vegetable garden. Just a final note on kind of acknowledging the challenge of environmental responsibility. We can look to see that our project of the bench to be built is one that is respecting the environment, in that that was a tree that was felled by Hurricane Fiona, and rather than going out and purchasing purpose-felled trees for that, we are using one that had come down anyway. And interestingly as well, there was much more in that tree than we needed, so some of the wood was donated to the Hector Reconstruction Project. Also, in respect of creation, the Medicine Garden Project will use native indigenous plants. The enclosure for the garden that will support the soil will be made from foundation stones from the old Knox Church. So again, for any of you who might not know that history, the house that we see being built just down on the corner here, the excavation for the basement of that house unearthed lots of foundation stones from the Knox Church, which was the original home of Pictou United Church before this building was put up in the 60s. So we're repurposing stone that's already there, not going out and purchasing stone, and it's kind of a neat full circle thing to have those stones come back and serve here. We have to acknowledge as well that environmental responsibility is not always the easiest thing. The cement pathway, as I said, fits with our commitment to maximum accessibility. However, if we're being honest, we have to acknowledge that the concrete industry is one of the main producers of carbon dioxide greenhouse gas. So we're partially redeeming ourselves in that the gravel that will be excavated from the current pathway, we will be repurposing onto the back driveway. But we have to see that there are sometimes concessions made. So anyone who wants to know anything else about Spirit Glen, the garden beds or anything else, Dorothy is here today, Lynn is here today, Karen and Angie aren't with us, but they would be glad to help any of you as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the spirit of working together, we have an opportunity for you to help with our choir anthem this morning. So we're singing an old favorite of the choir, and you might be familiar with it too. It's called Rain Down, and you can join us on the chorus, and that's really easy, and we'll get the choir to just sing it for you and teach you how to sing along with us. And the words are rain down, rain down, rain down your love on your people. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love, God of life. Think you can remember that?
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah? Yeah, let's just play it so you can hear the tune. And the choir, just sing along.
Down, rain. And so we go from this place, we go into the world. We go to walk gently in creation. We go to act in partnership with the Creator. We go because the world needs us, and we need the world. Go and act.
For the care of creation.
Go and learn. For the sake of creation. Go and pray.
For the love of creation.
And may the care of God enfold us, the passion of the risen Christ embolden us, and the wisdom of the Holy Spirit empower us, this day and always. Blessed be.